And then take it to some jumping jacks. All right. I'm gonna say hello to the at-home viewers or the YouTube viewers. I'm not doing any lower body stuff today, so I have Tara helping me out here. We're not 6 feet apart, but we haven't been 6 feet apart for like 2 months, so we're like family. We're neighbors. All right, let's take it to hand curls. So taking it back, so just warming up here, but we really are just keeping upper body today. Mantra of the day is, if you still look hot at the end of your workout, you didn't train hard enough. So it's a fun one. So all upper body, we'll throw in some core. Hopefully you can all hear me. Let's do some arm circles now. So taking it to upper body warm up. So big arm circles back, really open up that chest. Yeah, do what you need to do. You need to do something different. And then going forward, big arm circles. Okay. What's that? Oh, yeah, Tara was just on the treadmill doing some inclines. So we want to really like get that upper body kind of worked out here. So like, let's go open. I'm lifting that chest up to the ceiling, and now I'm going to close and open and close and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. All right, so if you need to do anything else, so if I stop, if you want some cardio in here, you can do some jumping jacks, you can do some butt kickers, anything you need to do if you want to make this, if you want to add that cardio in. I'm not going to be doing any cardio, keeping it all strength in the upper body today. So we have 3 different circuits. If you want to grab your dumbbells, go ahead. We're going to start with single arm rows. So you need just 1 dumbbell to start. Pick your weight wisely. So this is 15, there's 10s, 5s, 8s. You're gonna want something to support one hand. So it's like a 3-point row. You can do it either staggered. I'm gonna do a true 3-point row. So I'm gonna have my feet wider than hip width apart, and then I'm gonna bend over and put one hand on a surface. So Terry, you could go, yeah, use that. And then I'm gonna bring the arm up to a 90-degree angle. So see here, if I bend in where my wrist, I'm not at a 90-degree angle if I bend here. So you wanna bring that elbow straight back and really engage the back. So really drawing that elbow straight up to the ceiling, and wrist and elbow are in line. Let's go 3 more. 2 and 1. And then we're gonna go right to the other side, and same thing. I'm not doing any twisting of the spine. Keeping that spine neutral. Drawing that belly in. Shoulders are square, hips are square. And we got 5 more. 3, 2, last one, and come up. Okay, so if your weights are really light, you could change it up by adding, you could add a row, both arms row, and then you squat with it. We're gonna grab 2 dumbbells now. I'll show you the variation on if you have really light weights next. All right, we're gonna do bicep circles. So I'm gonna be at that 90-degree angle with my arms, and then I'm gonna do little circles out. All right, we're gonna go 30 seconds here. So hang on. I was trying to use my watch, thinking that would work better. Hopefully it will. All right, so 90-degree angle, and we're gonna circle up. So when you do this, I want you to really engage. So really bring those shoulder blades back behind you. So squeezing in so that we're not coming down too high, we're not, or too low, not coming up too high. And you're really engaging that back so the biceps are the only thing left to work. Keep going. And 2, and 1. And it doesn't give me a buzz. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we're gonna put that down, and then we're gonna go to drag curls. So drag curls, this weight is probably gonna be too much for me. Again, I want you to start off by taking those shoulder blades around the rib cage. So I'm really engaged in my back. And then I'm gonna bring the wrist straight up. So I don't know if you can see me here in the Zoom, but in the video you can see if I go up to a wall, those dumbbells are not going to hit the wall. So from the side, if you pretended a wall was in front of me, I'm coming straight up. So if I came out, that's going to be a regular bicep curl. We want elbows back. Again, you want to really engage the back so that the biceps are the only thing left to work. So really stabilizing in the back there. Let's do 3 more. 2, and 1. All right. Going back to the beginning with a single arm row. So we're hinging over. I'm going to start you off here. Oh, I'm going to do a stagger actually this time. So I'm going to stagger my stance and row. So this is another option. Again, if you have light weights, another option would be I could go into a lunge and come up. I'm not going to do very many of those. But just a couple options there if you want to add that lower body in too. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. These are not fast, they're very controlled. Other side. Same thing, using those back muscles. So sometimes people think that they do this exercise and they think that they should be feeling it in the triceps. So you got to make sure that you're at that 90-degree angle, that elbow's coming up, and you're initiating from the back. We got 2 more, and 1. All right, grab both dumbbells, and we got the biceps circles. And here you go. Circling. This time I'm going to circle in. I went out last time. So I'm going to circle in, just little tiny circles. Feel that core working for you here too. That back is engaged. Breathe. Be intentional. All right, and we're done. We're going to go right into those bicep drags. All right, go for it. My timer was buzzing. So coming up, I'm gonna go for 12. So really feeling those biceps. Engage that back, keep that back stable. So I'm gonna really squeeze those shoulder blades behind me. Open up that chest. Breathe. 6 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. All right, we have one more set. We're gonna go back to the rows, the single arm rows. Coming forward here, and row. Keep going, squeeze. 5, just I'm making sure she's doing it right. I just noticed you in the
Me?
Yeah, but just because it looked different in the screen. Yeah. Okay. Want to make sure her back was straight and not she wasn't rounded over. All right, other side. Same thing. Good, nice angle there. Good job. Zooms. 5 to go. Feel that back. 4, All right, we got those bicep circles. And 3, 2, 1. So you can go out for a while and then in. Oh man, this weight.
You got the heavy weights. Man. 3 times.
No, now tomorrow my arms are gonna be too tired.
You can just crawl it at 5:30 and do it
Yeah.
all over again.
Right.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny though, because my right arm is so much stronger than my left.
Tara said 1. Oh, and that's it.
That's it.
Let's go to the drag curls. She was saying one arm feels stronger than the other. So
Always.
you got to pay attention to that. Sometimes it's just like how you're holding your body too. It feels that way. So coming up into those drag curls, elbows back, really squeeze. So you might need to go heavier.
I think so.
So think of holding a bar, and you slide it up. Actually, go around the corner there. There's a bar. Try it with a bar once. And then when you take that bar up, you want the bar to come straight up as you take those elbows back. I lost count. Let's go 4 more. So so you're kind of doing you want to go more back. See how I'm coming back this way? Yeah.
Okay.
So she keeps coming out forward this way. I'm trying to get her to take those elbows back. So slide it up. We'll work on that one. 2, and 1 more. All right.
Oh yes.
So I was trying to get her take a little break
Like
with the
this.
bar.
No.
I think I have another one. If you had a bar and you were doing this, it would look like this. I'm coming straight up.
Oh, now maybe I'm
So
going too far.
see how my wrists are kind of breaking a little bit here?
Oh,
You-
got it.
If you had a heavy bar, you would do it that way.
I think I was going like too far.
Yeah, so if you're coming up this way, it's kind of just a regular bicep curl. Okay, so now we're on to the next circuit. We're gonna do a minute plank. So however you wanna do that, I almost said us for an hour plank. All right, so let's go. So if you can go on your hands or your forearms, I'll come right out here.
I'll move.
So our time is ticking, so go ahead. Really pushing those heels back, belly up. So think driving that spine, or driving that belly into the spine. And then this would be me sinking into my shoulders. I'm gonna pull out, I'm gonna take that sternum and pull it back up into the spine. Energy in the inner thighs. And I have my shoulders right over my wrists. Or if I was down on my forearms, I can push my hands into the floor. So my forearms are into the floor. I feel like it's a little bit easier if you clasp your hands together and push together there. It just kind of gives you some of that tension. We have got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. All right. So coming up and moving on. So now we are going to go to chest and triceps. So your chest and your triceps work together, and your back and your biceps work together. So you're kind of getting, whenever you're doing chest, that's why I don't always isolate biceps and triceps if we're doing like a lot of push-ups and stuff, or anything with the chest, because you're going to be working the back of your arm as you're working your chest. It's the same thing, as you're working your back, you're going to be working the bicep. So now we're going to do, I'm not going to go with the 15s for this one, but we are going to go alternating that chest raise. So we're going to just start there and we'll go through. You think you got that? Right there? Okay, so we're going to come across body here. Yep, so squeeze, squeeze. I want you to really feel that chest. So if I keep going, my weights are a little bit heavier, but if I were to go a little lower, I'm going to kind of feel what Sue's feeling here. I can come up, but my palm is up, and I'm kind of going to squeeze in. So I'm going to come up and then kind of squeeze and really be intentional about, it's kind of like a little chest, a standing chest fly. So squeeze. So that's how you're gonna get a little bit more out of this if you're using lighter weights. Keep it going. We're starting to feel it, so slow it down a little bit. So, and then you don't want to rotate the torso. You want to just move at the arm. All right, let's do one more each side. Okay, and then I gotta trade my weights out for this one. We're gonna go tricep reach back. So you're gonna do your hinge, elbows up, and then we're gonna do little bends and reach backs. And we're gonna do that for 30 seconds. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. So it's just a little bend and reach, bend and reach, bend, reach, bend. So it's not a real kickback. It's kind of a bar move. We bend, we reach, we bend, we reach. So keep those elbows up, bend and reach, bend and reach. You're showing your butt to the camera. Bend and reach. When is this thing gonna be over? Is my timer not working? Oh, there we go. We're done. All right. So now we're gonna take it to just one weight. So if you're working with those 4-pound weights, just use 2 at a time because we're gonna go overhead. I'm gonna come down to I'm gonna do a half kneeling as I do this, but you can also do this standing up. So as I'm half kneeling, I'm gonna kind of tuck my tush under. Quick, go through. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hurry.
Come on, guys.
I'm gonna kind of tuck that tush under and really, really engage those abs. So I'm really squeezing my butt, engaging the abs, and then the dumbbells overhead. I'm coming all the way down and pressing up and down and up. So that top of the dumbbell is coming straight up to the ceiling. Keeping that belly in tight and nice and slow and controlled. So you could have, like I said, if you had two lighter weights, you could use those, put them together and use those here. Got 4 more to go. 4, 3, 2, and last 1. All right, we're gonna come back up to the alternating chest. I'm gonna kind of I'm not gonna do it, I'm gonna use Tara as an example here. So palms are up, you're gonna come up and you're gonna cross and cross. Yep, so keep this still. So keep your torso still, there you go. And then lift across and relax your shoulders a little bit. And then really, so you want to feel right in here, right in that chest muscle. Does that feel different than when you were?
Yeah, I feel it. Well, I'm probably using too much of these muscles.
So think right in here, right in this area, right here.
I feel it now. I just think it. Yes.
You feeling it, Sue?
Yep.
Or maybe she muted herself.
I can feel it. No.
Squeeze, squeeze. I can feel this without any weight at all. I'm just really, it's like those extras. I feel like there used to be this commercial for like increasing your, like lifting up your boobs. It's like,
this is what
like something like that, like increase your, I know it was like some sketch,
yes.
like Saturday Night Live, like you must increase your bust.
I think Saturday Night
Was that
Live
Arnold Schwarzenegger? I don't know.
Right.
Okay, that's good. We're done. And then we go to tricep reach back. So we're gonna time that. Here we go. We got 30 seconds, and so you're gonna hinge over and then elbows up, reach it back. I would turn the other way. So reach here. Can you turn towards the park actually? So I'm just gonna show. So it's like a reach, bend and reach, bend and reach, and reach. So every time I do it, on this one, your elbows come a little bit. So see, I'm kind of lifting the elbows just a little bit. So it looks like you're doing a regular kickback. If you need to just do a regular kickback, that's fine too. But otherwise, they're like little tiny baby kickbacks.
Yeah.
All right, and there we go. There's our 30 seconds. And then back down to that overhead tricep extension. Very important. I want you to tuck that tailbone under here. If you already feel like your posture is like that, you might not have to be as aware here, but I'm going to tuck under. Ooh, that's hard on my knee. And then, so when I come into that overhead extension, you can see, I have to wear something around my waist because you can see through these pants. But hopefully you can see that I'm not arching my back here. I'm really tucked under. So Tara, turn to the side. Keep going. I'm gonna have her tilt her pelvis under a little bit. So tuck under. Yep, you feel it, and then like someone's poking your belly. And then that's gonna help right there. Help keep her spine a little bit more neutral. All right, let's go 2 and 1. Good job. Okay, take it down, or you can do more if you need to. We have one more set of this. So going back to the chest. I'll do it with you again. I'm gonna go down and wait though. Here we go. Crossing and cross. So try to keep your palms up and see how that feels. So I'm gonna lift up and come across and cross. So it's like I have something in my hand and I don't want it to fall out of my hand as I come up. The other thing when you're doing like biceps and even the rows, like any of this, if you wrap your thumb around the dumbbell, it can actually help activate those biceps a little bit more, but sometimes people over grip and their forearms fatigue. And then you feel it more in your forearms and not where we want you to feel it. So just be careful about over gripping the dumbbell. I have no idea how many we've done. We're gonna do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, going back to the tricep reaches. And here we go in 3, 2, 1. So reach it back, back, back. It's kind of like you got a note and you're gonna pass it back to your friend, right? So elbows are kind of coming up here, keeping them lifted. We want the triceps working here, but you also want to make sure you're really driving that belly and keeping that core really nice and tight in the front and the back. Keep it going. All right, and bring it down. Last time, tricep overhead extension. I'm gonna do this on both my knees this time. Sometimes going down to the knee, the reason why I'm giving you this option is because it can help keep this a little bit, it kind of can help that stabilization a little bit and keep your spine in line. So if you haven't tried it that way and your knees will allow, go ahead. You could just try it that way, see how it feels. So I'm really squeezing my butt, feeling those abs, so that I'm not getting that overarch in my back. How you doing there? I can't really see. Okay. So you don't want that. You don't want the belly popping out when you're doing this. You don't want those ribs popping out. You want to keep the ribs right over the pelvis. We're gonna go 4 more. 4. Nice and slow, all the way down, all the way up. You should feel it. 3, 2, and last 1. All right. We have our minute plank here. So find your mat. And here we go. In 3, 2, 1. So, come here. You're in your plank.
You're saving me from the plank.
So think about all of those things to really feel that belly. It can be more challenging to be on your hands if you have problems with, or you're maybe a little bit challenged around the shoulders. But coming down to the forearm plank can challenge a little bit more of the torso than when you're on your hands. We're almost there. We got 15 seconds. Keep it going. If you need to come down and then come back up, you can. 10 seconds to go. You can also be on your knees, but make sure that you keep the pelvis lifted. You don't lift it up too high. And there you go. Come on down. All right. Last set. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, you know what? I don't think actually. Yeah, we won't get cut off because there's only one person. So we have 4 different exercises in this one. We're going to start with a back fly. So you're going to be in that hinged position. You do not want super heavy weights here. I am going to be hinging over, and then I'm going to fly. So taking those shoulder blades around the rib cage, really squeezing that back. So let's go for it. Well, we're going to start with the number tears. So it tears on 4. This is 5. You got 5 more.
6.
And 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming up, we're going to go into a lateral side raise. Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to have thumbs up. So we're going to come up like you're holding 2 glasses of milk. And then I'm going to bring my pinkies together, squeeze that chest. I'm kind of bending my elbows. I'm going to come back out and then lower. So lift up, thumbs up, and then come in, thumbs out. And then thumbs are out, and then I turn and I lower. That's 2. And up, in, out, and lower. So keep going, come up, and then in, out, and then lower. Come out here a little bit, come up. Make sure that this is engaged here and pulling kind of down so that you're not pulling up. When you lift up, you think about pushing out and then come in. So, yep, and then in. So relax those shoulders. Otherwise, you're gonna feel it in your traps. So there's 3s here too if you need them. So I'm really engaging those lower traps to make sure that those upper traps don't take all of this. And then working the chest, really squeezing that chest out. You can always drop the weight, so you're gonna feel it even without the weights. And out, and nice and slow. Let's try 2 more. And out. So make sure when you come up that you are not lifting up. Don't think about coming up with the shoulders. Think about pushing those dumbbells out and squeeze in with the chest. Out and lower. All right. We're gonna go, for this one you need to find a wall or something to lean onto. I'm gonna come over here first just because I think the camera can see me and I think everyone can see me here. So I'm gonna hinge over. So see, if I let the dumbbell bring me down here, see where my shoulder is? So I need to stabilize the shoulder blade first and engage in the back. And then I'm gonna bicep here. So I'm keeping that elbow still in space. So I'm not drawing up this way, I'm pulling it up here. Why don't you do it over there on that side?
All right.
So all the way down and all the way up. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm not leaning that elbow on anything. It's just kind of in space. 4, really isolating the bicep. 3, back is neutral. 2, and last 1. And then we switch to the other side. You know what we're doing? So, yep. So let that arm hang down. Come all the way up. So let your your elbows pulled in a little bit.
Okay, move it out.
Yeah, so come more like down here.
Got it.
And then again, I'm keeping my shoulders. So if you saw me from the front here, my shoulders would be square. I wouldn't be letting this one hang down.
Got it.
I gotta pull it back. Use that back. You gotta really Engage all those back muscles as you do this, so then we just get that bicep working. 3, 2, and 1. All right, and standing up. Sorry, I'm all over the place with different weights here. We're gonna do a horizontal kick back. Oh, sorry, I felt like I was gonna sneeze. So I'm gonna be up here, and I'm going to just twist the arm out like I'm doing a little punch. I'm gonna alternate here, so lifting that elbow up. I'm rotating the shoulder in. If that bothers your shoulder for any reason, go back to a regular kickback. Oh, I am gonna sneeze. Sorry. I think it's the wind. It's always interesting when we try things outside. You can kind of do like a little, I can kind of rotate at the thoracic spine as well, or you can keep everything nice and square. I just want you feeling that tricep there. Those shoulders will be working too. Probably feeling this with 4 pounds too. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, good job. We're gonna take it from the top, which is the back fly. So we're gonna hinge. We got 10, here we go. Squeezing those shoulder blades around the rib cage, really squeezing that back. I could make this a rear delt fly too. I'm trying to keep it in the back, really focusing on the muscles in between those shoulder blades. And 4, 3, 2, last 1. All right, standing up. We're doing Tara's favorite. So take those thumbs out to the side right away. We're gonna come up. See how my shoulders are still not up? They're still down. I'm gonna flip palms up and then squeeze those pinkies together and out and twist them back up and down. Lift, push it out. If I say lift, I feel like lift or raise. I feel like people go up with the shoulders. So twist and keep it going. I'm going to show you something from the back here. So as I raise up, or as I push out, right in here, I have to think about pulling this down. So using those muscles here to keep this down and not thinking about coming up here. And that applies the whole thing. I'm stabilizing there so that I'm not using here. Sometimes that's really difficult to do because sometimes we have just a lot of tension already in those muscles, and so they overact and they take over all the other muscles that we want working. All right, okay, so we're dropping weights. We're gonna be done. We're done with that. Okay, so now we have the leaning bicep curl. I'm gonna go a bit heavier on this one this time. So leaning over, kind of come angled here, and square out those shoulders and really isolate the bicep. This is where you could look in the mirror and say, see that little bump? Check yourself out. Woohoo! Breathe. If you have light weights, put them both in your hand. Try not to over grip here. I can take my thumb away. Try that once. Try taking your thumb from around the dumbbell. So I'm not gripping like this anymore. I'm going to grip like this and just see the difference. And one more. And switch. Here we go again. Curl. All right. Every time I come outside, people decide to mow their lawn. Can't blame them, but. All right, here we go. We got the horizontal kicks, tricep kicks. I watched the movie Clue last night.
I love that movie.
I
You've
know.
never seen it?
Huh? No, oh no, my gosh.
Okay, good.
It's probably one of the few movies I can watch
Multiple
over and
I
over.
agree. I've watched it about
But I haven't watched it in a while, but sorry, Sue, but your dumbbells remind me of the lead pipe that I used. She has homemade. Her husband made her weights, which is really awesome. All right, feeling it. Let's go one more each side. All right.
Hi.
Shake it out. Say hi. It's Jenna.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I was like, trying to know where a young gal.
Okay.
None of my glasses.
She just
on.
looks older.
Yeah.
All right, one more set. We can do it, right? So we're going back to the back flies.
Oh, one more.
This is the first time in a long time I did a workout where I wasn't like dripping sweat.
That's good.
But it's still we're getting some strength here. We should feel this in our arms tomorrow for sure. All right, so coming down, we got the flies. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing up. And here we go. Last time here for Tara's favorite. Thumbs are out. Think about pulling that chest up to the ceiling. I'm not arching my back, but I'm just giving it a little lift. Can you not see me? Can you see me, Sue? Okay. All right. Here we go. We're going to come up, push it out, turn it up. Pinkies in, and then out. Thumbs up and down. Push it out. Turn it up. Pinkies in. And thumbs out. Turn it up and down. Push it out. Up. Squeeze that chest. And the back. Turn it up and down. Come up. Turn it up. Squeeze. You got it. That looks good. And lower. You can do it. You can do it. And turn. Can we do 2 more? We can do it. 2 more. And squeeze. Come out. Turn. And lower. Let's do 1 more. Up. Turn it up. Thumbs in. Out. Turn it up. And lower. All right, good job. Yeah, that seems like a relief. Look. All right. Going to the bicep curls. So the hanging curls here. Last time, hanging over and then curling up. So keeping this upper part of the arm is staying still in space. Really feeling that bicep. I don't know why I'm using this heavy weight. I'm gonna come down and weigh that too. I really don't want to move by tomorrow, I guess.
I guess not. Well, that lactic acid build
Right.
up though.
You got to give yourself, so I was feeling, I did too much this week. So my legs were so sore, like my lower body is so sore that I could hardly walk up and down the stairs or just walk in general. Okay, 1 more. And other side. And it is not healthy to keep going when you feel that. Your body has to be able to recover. And I just wasn't getting, I haven't been getting that recovery. So I just saw someone peek in there, Sue. So anyway, I just saw a little head pop in and out, I thought. So anyway, that's why we're doing all upper body, is really for my sake. But maybe you needed the break too. Just know what your body needs, and don't, if you're really sore somewhere and then you try to do more, it never gives that tissue time to recover and repair, and then you have like chronic injury in that tissue. All right, and that was it. So definitely recover. We'll see what happens tomorrow at 5:30 when I try that workout. Maybe I've seen some people on Instagram, like they just show the exercise and then they sit there and encourage you. So I might try that tomorrow. Okay, we got the, where are we? Oh, the horizontal kick back.
Hey guys.
Hey. So we're gonna go side to side. This is our last circuit. We're almost done. Hi. Afraid of just watching us. It's the trouble of doing things outside. You get a little audience. It's easier to do when you have a friend though. So it's not an audience for just you.
Well, you have to talk.
Right, that's true.
Let's go.
Are we feeling this yet?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do one more each side. All right, put those weights down, and then we have one more minute plank. You ready? Here we go. On the floor. And we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Hi, puppy. Hi. Hi. Yeah, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Come down if you need to, make adjustments. You can always like lift your hips up and then come back into that plank. Sometimes that little break, I actually find that if you're doing something while you're in a plank, it's sometimes easier than just actually holding that plank. So you could drop the knees side to side. I'm just changing my position here, but you're still in the plank, but I could come to like do knee drops. Oh, I just okay. We got 5 seconds. And 2, 1. All right. Let's stretch those arms out a little bit. So let's take the arms out to the side, and then you're gonna take one hand around. You can try to grab. So sometimes that's too much, you know. Not everybody has that mobility, so you can take your other arm, bring it around and back. Pat yourself on the back. Good job. You did arms and some planks today. And then you want to try to hold for like 30 seconds each stretch, and then coming around. Tara's doing a chest stretch. When you do the chest stretch, just make sure that you aren't feeling it right in the joint, that you're getting it right into the chest. And then let's take that arm across. Give it a little, when I do this, I like to think about, I'm pulling back here and then lengthening those fingers the other direction. I'm not just taking it over, like over stretching there. Another side. And then if you do have a surface, I think I need to turn this a little bit. So if you come to a wall, I'm going to just show you the stretch, the chest stretch a little bit. So an effective way to do this is come a little bit down a little bit lower, and then first, before you step through, you need to engage and stabilize the shoulder blade. So I'm going to pull back the shoulder. So here's my shoulder blade.
Yep.
I'm going to do this first, and then I'm going to step through, and then I'm going to feel a little bit, I want to feel it in here. So not right in here, but right into the chest. But if I don't stabilize that shoulder blade first, a lot of times people just don't even feel it. They kind of internally rotate here. So you want to externally rotate that shoulder before you come into the stretch. And then other side, and then I'm stepping through with the inside foot. And then I like to give it like a little massage in that. Do you have a place you can do this?
Yeah. Okay.
So kind of massage it out. And then another one that I really like is for the rhomboids. So right now I have to turn this camera again. Oh, you okay? Don't trip on the grass.
Is that
Keep
real
it.
grass? No.
No.
I was like, is that grass that you
We thought we were
just
going
put
to
in?
train the dog how to go on it.
Oh, wouldn't that
No.
be great?
Okay, so if you have a place to sit down, you sit down, and then I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to bring it underneath my left foot. So again, coming around here, and then I'm going to push down that foot as I kind of pull back. I'm going to kind of push back into the back here. So I don't know if this is the real name, but I call it a pedal stretch. So it's like a little, I'm pushing the pedal down and then getting into that rhomboid. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. And breathe through this. You want to try to relax that tension. I usually like to hold like at least 30 seconds, or I do like 3 really good belly breaths in each stretch that I do. You could also, I can cross my arms here and kind of push into the back for a similar feeling there, or come here as well. And then I always like to do a little lean to get into the lats. Side to side. You can do these stretches longer if you need to. If by chance you're using really heavy weights for those biceps, the triceps are pretty, this is a pretty good stretch. I feel like everybody feels that in the triceps. But sometimes for the biceps, people don't know what to do and how to stretch that. So if you were using, or even if you weren't using really heavy weights, but tomorrow you really are feeling your biceps, and even now you should do them because you want to get the muscle back to its resting length. But you can come up to the wall and you push the palm of your hand into the wall, and then like I don't feel anything right now, but whenever I'm sore in my biceps, I really feel this one. And then you can trigger point release it by just, or relax it by giving it a little squeeze. It's like, yeah, I'm checking out how buff I am, how big those biceps. I don't know why everybody measures their strength by the size of their biceps. I always say, a long time ago I read something that says, if a bear was chasing you, you wouldn't climb up the tree with just your biceps.
No.
You would actually climb up with your back muscles mostly, but for some reason we all want big biceps. All right, looks like Sue's packing up to go. Hey, everyone at home, good job. We'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 or whenever you decide to work out.